So Elon Musk has finally closed the deal with Twitter after, what was it, 7 long, grueling months in the back and the forth, and the will he, won't he, the suing him to force him to buy the platform, to now him eventually actually closing the deal. Elon now owns Twitter. But before we go on, we have a freemium article. This is a quite an old article now, but it's a really good one by Hugo. I miss Hugo's articles, I really do. We've made free, it's got a silver members audio track that's just about how taxation's screwing everything up, and he's right, isn't he? Anyway, so moving back to the subject, Elon owns Twitter. This is now done and dusted. Elon has, as they say, the world's richest man has confirmed his off again deal to buy Twitter has gone through. So yeah, because they sued him to make him buy it. And this is before Joe Biden had the chance to intervene and save democracy by...
Saving democracy every other day at this point, aren't we?
They are. Democracy's just on a knife edge, Harry. Anyway, so Elon Musk announced this by changing his bio to Chief Twit, which is amusing. But also, he tweeted, let that sink in. Literally. Let the sink he is carrying into Twitter headquarters in, with a big, stupid grin on his face. Now, I just want to say that there's something about having the internet, or at least part of the internet, preserved for normal people that I completely appreciate. But that's just the sort of, the vegetables. The real meat of the meal is the shit posting to me. If you're gonna conduct such, and you will see as we go through this, just the number of people and the magnitude of the importance of the people who are involved in all of this, because everyone knows that Twitter's value is not its money-making capacity. Twitter's value is its ability to control the public discourse. The Biden regime knows it. Twitter staff know it. Elon knows it. You know it. Everyone knows Twitter has become the nexus for where narratives about politics are generated and disseminated. And Elon taking over Twitter in this kind of frivolous style, I enjoy it, I have to say. And he also tweeted out, "The bird is freed," which is a nice thing to say because it would be nice if we get everyone back. Myself included, obviously. Anyway, so he also tweeted out, "Meeting a lot of cool people at Twitter today." Which is
rather... the first and last time.
Yeah, which is, A, hard to believe, to be honest. But B, let's take a look at what the average day in the life of a Twitter employee is, shall we? Have we got the video, John? And if we don't have a video, then...
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee. So this past week, went to SF for the first time at a Twitter office, badged in. Honestly, took a moment to just soak everything in. What a blessing. Also started my morning off with an iced matcha from the
I think
pit.
it's worse. I've
then
turned
I had
it
a
the
meeting,
corporate hamster wheel.
Quickly scheduled one of these little pod rooms, which were so cool. They're literally noise canceling. Took my meeting, got ready for lunch. Look how delicious this food looks. Oh my goodness, I was so overwhelmed. Then made my way down to this log cabin area. I don't know what this is, but it was really cool.
She doesn't know what it is. She's like, what is... I thought I'm here to work.
Also found this really cool meditation room that I thought was super neat. I didn't do any yoga, but they have this yoga room if you are a yogi, so also thought that was really cool. Had a couple more meetings in the afternoon, had a ton of projects that we needed to knock out. Say hi to my teammates. Went to the library to kind of get some more work done. Obviously had to have our afternoon coffee, so made some espresso. And then before leaving for the day, had some red wine that's on tap. Went up to the rooftop and just honestly enjoyed the beautiful weather. So awesome trip.
I'm shocked these people know how to go to the toilet by themselves.
Have you ever seen the film Office Space?
I'm aware of it, but I've not watched it.
A, you should really watch it. It's really good. Mike Judge is hilarious. But B, there's a part where in this office they get a couple of guys in to assess what people are doing in the office because they're going to do a round of layoffs, and they're just asking, "Look, so what is it you actually do? Like, can you actually quantify the work you have done in a day?" Because I had a couple of meetings. So okay, well, they could have not happened, couldn't they?
I mean, that's that was my old job before this one, is that half the day was just spent in meetings where we talk about what we're going to do and then also talk about the meeting that we've got planned for the day after.
Yeah, she must have done about 5 minutes of actual work in that day.
I think you're being generous there.
I think I might be.
I can't wait for Elon to just change this whole atmosphere by incorporating brutalist blocks that you sit in with posters strapped to the walls that just have the N-word on them.
What I love about this is Twitter is literally going to be introducing... Elon is going to be introducing Twitter to the blender of capitalism. So and I mean this quite literally, actually. He said he wanted to fire 75% of Twitter's 7,500 employees. So that's over 5,000 people he wants to cut. And to be honest with you, if that's the kind of material that Twitter employees post to social media themselves, they need to go. They're wasting your time.
It's not going to be hard to find people to cut, is it?
No.
McDonald's employees might find their wages decreasing sometime soon, though.
But there's going to be a lot of competition. But the point is, there's probably about 2,500 people, like engineers, like actual like logistical staff, all that sort of thing, that work on the back end. And then you've got the glossy, like social media using, like unbelievably privileged woman who's just sat there drinking wine on tap at Twitter and getting paid for it.
I feel like those people are only employed as background objects to be in the Twitter's like recruitment videos.
Yeah.
Look at what a great environment we have.
And also to meet targets. Oh, we've got diversity targets.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
the targets.
75% of our managers are women, and what do? They drink wine all day.
Join us, and you too could spend 8 hours a day at the foosball table.
Yeah, and so Elon's like, well, you're all going.
Fair.
And the thing is, these job cuts were apparently planned anyway, we are told by Time. Twitter management planned to slice almost a quarter of the workforce, and Elon Musk is like, well, we can keep a quarter of the workforce. But this, of course, created a large amount of protest from the Twits, which I assume are people who work at Twitter. I think Elon may have coined that, because I think they call themselves tweeps. But I think Twits is better. But yeah, if you can get to the next one, they produced a letter of protest that they submitted to Elon, and I thought I'd just read it because
please.
It's genuinely hilarious, right? To staff, Elon Musk and board of directors, we, the undersigned Twitter workers, believe the public conversation is in jeopardy. Sorry, we're not going to be able to censor people. That's what you're saying. Elon plans to lay off 75% of workers will hurt Twitter's ability to serve the public conversation. Good. A threat of this magnitude is reckless, undermines our users and our customers' trust in our platform. I can't stop smiling. And is a transparent act of worker intimidation. Worker? That's a bit bloody generous, isn't it? What work have you actually got done today, Parag Agrawal? Do you remember Elon tweeting that, messaging that in one of the board meetings?
No, I don't actually.
Right, so before the deal went through, he had a meeting, like a Zoom meeting or whatever, with Parag Agrawal and the rest of the Twitter board. And Parag's going on, he's giving him like corporate nonsense. And Elon's just like, what did you actually get done this week? So yeah, with the worker, we're going to put that on the shelf over there. Anyway, a threat to workers at Twitter is a threat to Twitter's future. Oh, thank God. These threats have an impact on us as workers and demonstrate a fundamental disconnect with the realities of operating Twitter. They threaten our livelihoods, access to essential health care. And in fact, I can't take this seriously. And the ability for visa holders to stay in the country they work in. Good, deport them. We cannot do our work in an environment of constant harassment and threats. Without our work, what bloody work? There is no Twitter, which would be the best end goal. We, the workers at Twitter, will not be intimidated. You're getting fired. You're not we, the workers. You're the ex-employees down at the job centre.
If you're not intimidated, you can go and bravely collect your benefits.
Yeah, go in the yoga room and think about it for a while. We recommit to some... I can't take it with
the Schadenfreude is infectious.
It is, but it's also the absolute comical level of just absurdity that they're bringing. We, the workers, won't be intimidated. It's like, bitch, go and get another prawn.
Oh, they're desperate to make you feel like they're the mine strikers or something. You can't intimidate us, Thatcher.
Exactly. If this was the engineers who are doing the coding or looking after the actual hardware on the back end or something, I would have some respect for what they're saying. Well, yeah, you can't get rid of us because actually Twitter won't work. It's when it's the social media censors who are like, well, without us, Twitter's just not going to work. It's like, no, it's going to work brilliantly.
Yeah. Sandra, the bitchy HR manager, is furious at this.
Yeah. We call on Twitter management and Elon Musk to cease these negligent layoff threats. As workers, we deserve concrete commitments so we can continue to preserve the integrity of the platform. No, you're fired. Get out. And so they make a bunch of demands of the current leadership and future leadership. But the thing is, they've got no leverage because these are all people Elon wants to get rid of. So what are they going to do? Go on strike? Like we're going to march out of the building and not do our jobs. Like, oh, thank God, that's going to save us money. Fewer liters of wine were drunk that day. And so then when it became apparent that this wasn't going to work, then that was emotional blackmail. Got people like this. Hey, Elon Musk, this, if you can go to the next one, if you can hover over this person's profile, just so you can see, for some reason, they're not verified, but they do work at Twitter. Oh, they deleted it. But this is a Twitter worker. Yeah, she deleted this. She got a bit of backlash on it. But hey, Elon, thanks for visiting Twitter in San Francisco. Hope you enjoyed your coffee at the Perch. Just one question. Was it fun to look at the faces of the people you said you'd be laying off? Did you not see his smile? Did you not see the joy on his face? Do you not see the joy on everyone else's faces? Do you not understand the amount of sorrow you've brought to the world by banning Donald Trump? You've ruined thousands of journalists' careers by doing that. Which was another upside. Anyway, apparently all of this did get to Elon eventually. He's like, you know what? I'm not made of stone. I'm not a super villain, even though I act almost exactly like Hank Scorpio in every way.
He's even got the flamethrower as
exactly,
well.
Yeah. Now he controls most of the West Coast. I don't know what the difference between Elon and a supervillain actually is at this point. But he's our supervillain.
The fact that he doesn't seem to be evil against us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good enough. Elon told Twitter employees that he doesn't actually now plan to cut 75% of the staff when he takes over the company, according to people familiar with the matter. Apparently it's 80%. No, I'm joking. He's still expected to cut staff as part of the takeover, though. So basically he's like, I'm not going to cut 75 yet. Not on day one.
I'll just keep it to myself.
Yeah, it'll
from
be
now
10% on. Then. But Elon, I think, is right about Twitter. Right? Twitter, everyone's like, "Oh, this is a hell site. This is so terrible." Blah blah, and he is right. It is that, especially when I'm on it. But there is a good part of Twitter, and it is, as he says, the beautiful thing about Twitter is how it empowers citizen journalism. People are able to disseminate news without an establishment bias. And yes, when they're not afraid of being banned for, say, posting something that has happened, I'm not even going to mention anything because we want to put this clip up on YouTube, and YouTube might be like, well, hang on a second, whack. That was wrong think. So at least on Twitter, you will be able to post some wrong think in the future, which is nice. And of course, this is not going to be without consequences. And so he tweeted out a post to Twitter advertisers. Can we get this up so I can read a few clips out of it, John? Basically, he said, look, I want to show you what my motivation is acquiring Twitter. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square, where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. Exactly my opinion on it. This is exactly what the centrists had been saying this whole time. The free speech absolutists, which Elon has described himself as in the past. There is currently a great danger that social media will splinter into right-wing and far right-wing and far left-wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society. That's totally true. If you can get to the next one, he says he didn't do it for the money, which he's said before, because Twitter's never been profitable and never will be, although maybe actually he might be capable of actually making it profitable. He says, that said, Twitter obviously cannot become a free-for-all hellscape where anything can be said with no consequences. In addition to adhering with the laws of the land, our platform must be warm and welcoming to all, where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences, just as you can choose, for example, to see movies or play video games, ranging from all ages to mature. And that's good. And that's a good idea. I mean, why not do that? Why not just literally have it?
Just suggesting you can tailor your content that you actually look at a bit more than you could before. So if you are going to be triggered by stuff, you can just avoid it. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
And there's no doubt that, the people, the engineers at Twitter could devise some kind of AI there are already AI bots that can go through your Twitter account and write tweets for you in the style of things that you post to your Twitter account. Right, and so I know it's
I was not aware of that.
Right? It's actually remarkable, and so I don't doubt that there's some kind of AI bots that they can use. Some script that can determine whether you can have a setting. So you have a very restrictive setting. No, I only want people with pronouns in their bios to reply to me. Okay, well, make it happen. That doesn't mean that everyone has to be banned. But anyway, so that's, pretty good. And he's trying to reassure advertisers. Say that this is not going to be terrible. Don't worry, you don't have to go anywhere, because of course they're going to try and pull advertisers. But if he's not doing it for the money and he personally owns it entirely, which he does now, so what? Anyway, so left-wing agitators were like, right, I've had enough of this. We're fleeing to a new left-wing social media platform called Tribel. Never heard of it.
It's quite amusing, quite a fitting title.
It is entirely
Tribal,
fitting.
go for it.
But the thing is, why? Why are you fleeing to Tribel?
Well, I can only imagine it's because if they're not in control of the conversation, the parameters of it, they're worried that everybody is just going to mock them relentlessly.
People are going to misgender me on the Twitters.
Oh, dear.
Well, honestly, I think that's exactly it.
Good.
Because Elon is not going to kick them off. Like, a bunch of them are like, no, I'm staying. It's like, no one's asking you to go.
Elon's bringing more people back.
Yeah. If you go, who am I going to post hate speech at? I'm joking. I'd never do that. But the point is, they're trying to promote this Tribel Social, a new pro-democracy Twitter alternative that Twitter users are fleeing to. Okay.
I mean,
delusional lunatics.
Elon said specifically he was buying Twitter to help to augment democracy by allowing democratic speech and discussion, but democracy doesn't really mean that, does it?
No, democracy means we win every election and you lose every election and you don't get to speak in your own defense to them.
It sounds reasonable.
Perfectly democratic.
If you're on the winning side.
I had a look at this Tribel Social. To all of the Trump supporters who are accusing us of censoring them on our new social network, we don't censor any posts. Our algorithms simply filter out fake news, bigotry, and hostility. If you want to trend on our network, your post must be factual and free of bigotry.
Trans women are women. Trans women are women.
Yeah.
Trans women are women.
Well, skip. I'd rather go misgender people on Twitter. And so Elon went into Twitter HQ, and his first act was to fire Parag Agrawal, Chief Financial Officer Ned Segal, and the Trust and Safety head, Vijaya Gad, the person who banned Donald Trump, but more importantly, banned me.
You personally?
Yes. I know she banned me personally. She was on Joe Rogan, explained to Joe and Tim why she banned me.
Elon there. Sargon sends
this is
his
for Sargon.
regards.
Yeah. So, I mean, good moves on day one, strong moves on day one, I thought. Just ban a bunch of people who are obviously crap.
I did see an amusing, amusing 4chan, which was Giga Chad Parag. No one knows who he is, becomes CEO of Twitter, does nothing, gets fired, $42 million severance.
There is that. I have seen previously, although I haven't got it to hand, that these people will be getting tens of millions of dollars in severance pay. So
comes with the corporate territory, I assume.
Yeah, it does. Frankly, I don't care. I hope they go and buy a yacht somewhere in Dubai.
As long as they stay far away from the public square for the rest of their lives, whatever.
Yeah, as long as they stop ruining everything for everyone else, I do not care. The Washington Post is not happy with this, obviously, because Agrawal, Ged, and Segal were their guys. Elon Musk has suggested that he wants to loosen standards for the policing of harmful content, such as misinformation and hate speech. Good. And he suggested he would bring former President Donald Trump back to the platform and has decried censorship by social media companies. Fantastic. And I'll tell you what, right? The pictures of their faces when he went into the building are just bloody priceless. Can we get some of these pictures up, please, John? Just because they're so good. Look, I'm not sure who that is. People keep saying that's Vijaya Gad herself. I don't think it is, though. I think that is just a very upset Twitter employee. And look at the other guy next to her just holding himself. Like Elon, the asking, look, I'm here to fix this platform. And they're like, oh, God. If we get to the next one, who's that in the middle?
That's a familiar face, isn't it?
Isn't it? What on earth was former White House spokesperson Jen Psaki doing there? With a face like a slapped ass.
No different than usual.
No, normally she's a bit more condescending.
Yeah. Normally she looks a bit more evil rather than defeated.
Yeah, exactly. And don't they all just look toasted? Look at the guy next to her.
This looks like the cover for a rap group. Jen Psaki's about to drop a mixtape on you.
She is about to diss Elon Musk. And if you get to the
and
next
on Twitter, she'll be absolutely fine to do so,
She will, yeah.
Elon's not going to censor you.
No, it'd be great. Just actually tears. Actually tears.
We are going to get new SJW reeing to the sky material from this.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
Boys,
I'm here for it.
So yeah, Vijaya took working at Twitter out of her Twitter bio, which was mildly satisfying, to be honest. And you had lots and lots of people pointing out that a couple of weeks ago, Project Veritas got the scoop on one Twitter executive, Alex Martinez, the lead client partner at Twitter, who literally was caught in a sting where he was complaining about Project Veritas stings. He was saying, literally at the end of this video, he's like, they sent around an email warning us. Don't just hang out with anyone you randomly meet because there could be some Project Veritas filming you. But luckily, I met you organically. And so we can go out and get drunk and I can spill all the beans.
You're one of the good ones.
Exactly. I can spread all the beans about how Twitter, quote, is not here to give people free speech. It's like, not under your regime, it's not.
These people just are so stupid they don't know how to keep secrets.
But they're also cartoonishly evil. They are genuinely cartoonishly evil. And so anyway, the backlash is going to come. You've got, I forgot to put another one in, but there was one on the Wall Street Journal. Don't worry about it though, John. Saying that Musk is going to reinstate Trump. There's a global partnership of advertisers called Group M, which is a lead ad buying agency representing various blue chip brands. And Keely Taylor, this head of this partnership, said, well, we're thinking about pulling out our ads. We're going to do to Twitter what we did to YouTube because we're not happy. We're not happy at all. And so if Trump comes back, they're going to be like, yep, no, pull those adverts. It's like, really? Really? If Trump comes back, that's another 100 million people who are going to be like, oh, president's back. I'm going to go back on the platform. And so you're going to get lots of engagement, lots of eyes on your adverts.
And not even just from right-wingers, from left-wingers too, who are following him just for the sick thrill of it.
Yeah, and because politically they have to. And so it's just like, right, so I don't know, I'm just saying, you won't sell as many products if you start pulling all of your ads. Anyway, day one again, Elon did the sensible thing and locked all of the Twitter engineers out from changing the code because it probably doesn't come as any surprise that Twitter being a left-wing hive. You would expect one to jump in and be like, no, I'll do something terrible in order to prevent Elon Musk from taking over. But no, they were locked out of the code, which is good. And so Tesla engineers are in control, which is excellent. And then you had responses. Now, I think it can all be summed up by one Taylor Lorenz, who said this. It's like the gates of hell opened on this site tonight.
I don't know
nice
about
ratio,
that.
Taylor.
Yeah, all I've noticed is that all of a sudden the algorithm seems to be showing me tweets from the people that I actually follow.
Elon Musk's engineers take over. What is all this?
Yeah, what a shock.
I can fix all this. She, of course, like every other leftist on Twitter, is never going to log off because they're horrifically addicted to the site, right? She says this, I'm getting more rape threats in DMs than normal. This is just an uptick. I get about 5 or 6 a day, but now I'm getting 20, I know. But I can't log off and miss the chaos. It's like, well, then it's not really that big a deal, is it? I mean, let's be honest. I don't believe you. You haven't posted any of them. I think you're a professional victim. But I mean, this isn't about Taylor.
Also,
Lorenz.
you're what, like 50, Taylor? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just, no.
But it's, people. But let's charitably assume, obviously, don't message Taylor Lorenz.
Of course.
Ever.
Not even to say something nice.
Yeah, no, just don't message her. But anyway, so the question that is unresolved at the end of all of this, where's the big man? Not me, Donald Trump. Where is he? Well, he put out this statement. Congratulations to Elon Musk on his purchase of Twitter. Many people are saying that change was needed as the old management was too concerned with the woke agenda. I have been told that my account will be back up and running on Monday. We will see. Happy to engage with an African-American-owned business. This is what made Twitter great. This is why
Beautiful.
We need Trump back.
I mean, I think you should double check on Monday as well, actually.
I will.
Yeah.
But come on. That is gold, and we need more of it. So yeah, Elon Musk now is in control of Twitter. It looks like it might actually get good. Hopefully I'll see you on there.
If you appreciated that segment from the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to check out all the content we have on the site, such as videos such as this on Reflections on the Queen's Funeral by Carl. If you want to find out what else Carl's putting out, you can follow him on Getter at Carl Benjamin on Getter. Thank you and goodbye.